C'est toujours Live from San Diego qui accueillait il y a quelques jours l'événement attendu par tous les geeks de la planète, le Comic-Con.
À ne pas confondre avec le Comic-Con.
Voilà. En plus, on l'a pas déjà faite. Tout ça pour dire que le Comic-Con 2010, on y était, que c'était l'occasion de faire le plein de stars et de révélations et
qu'on se tait. Et on laisse la place aux images.
Enjoy et à lundi.
So this is my first time, and what I'm loving about it is that the actors are the ones who aren't wearing costumes. It's just kind of cool.
Your move, Flynn. Come on.
If someone had come up to me when I was 11 as I came out of that cinema and said, 27 years later, you're going to be in the sequel to this film, it would just be extraordinary. You know, and still now to this day, sitting here in Flynn's arcade, I'm like on the edge of freaking out all the time.
You got the lights. I think it's like every kid's kind of dream in a way, you know. I used to play with action figures.
I make bad look so good. DreamWorks Megamind.
I brought breakfast. I didn't expect this many people. I have about 6 donuts. Thanks, I thought we were all gonna dress up.
Yeah.
I did, because my character is a normal person, so I wore normal person clothes.
I feel a little bit like a turd up here.
Metro Man is played by Hollywood newcomer Brad Pitt. Since Angeline is here, someone had to watch the kids, and Brad sent this lovely likeness of him. He's happy to answer any questions.
Michael Cera. Whoa. Mel Gibson's girlfriend. I just want to come out officially and support Mel. Thank you guys.
Wow. Hold on, Brad wants to say something.
I love Tina.
Went to the premiere and all that. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, man. Thanks,
Not so much about the others, but Thor, for sure. And for me, with Thor, it's about the fact that there's an epic landscape. People travel across worlds, exotic costumes, exotic weapons. There's an incredible texture to that world. And at the center of it, there are human motivations, base motivations, jealousy, acquisition of power, the attraction of warfare, camaraderie, the adrenaline of violence and stuff. It's all wrapped up. It's a very, very lively kind of world. It's a good atmosphere. It's a good territory in which to tell stories.
Favorite Resident Evil moment. Listen, my favorite memory from behind the scenes is on this movie with my daughter she came down to set for the very first time, she heard me and she started wandering around going, action, guns, guns, and because that's what I say on a Resident Evil set.
Red is a film that is about a character called Frank Moses, played by Bruce Willis, who wakes up one night to discover a hit team in his house trying to kill him, and he spends the rest of the movie trying to figure out who's trying to kill him and why.
I trained Kordesky.
Red. Okay, Priest is a hardcore, gritty, post-apocalyptic sci-fi western. It's set in a world that has been completely destroyed by centuries of war between humans and vampires.
And to your right, please. To your right.
I've done action films for 30 years and some really hard ones. But this one here was just grueling, The heat, the amount of constant battering of the bodies, just the realism, it was hellacious.
Don't Be Afraid of the Dark is sort of a really dark, scary fairy tale. If you like scary movies that are not gory, that are truly scary though, in the old-fashioned sense, they will scare you, but it's not gory, it's not profane, it's not torture, it's really just old-fashioned monsters, scares. This is the movie.
Chatties, we all read the the blogs, and one of the things I think that we really tried to do in 7 was answer all of those unanswered questions. And Dr. Gordon was, for us and for the majority of the fans, a question that hadn't been answered. And so we wanted to make sure we answered that question.
I'm in the hotel in Toronto, and I decided to go out for an arugula salad around midnight. And I put on my hoodie, and it's cold, but I figure I'll jog. And I run to Queen Street and go into the Queen Cafe, and the place is almost closed. There's still a barmaid behind the counter. And I go up to the counter and I look at the menu, and I say, I'll take the arugula salad with chicken. And she's on her way down the bar toward me, and I got the hoodie on. And she's like, oh my God, no. And she fled to the other end of the bar.
I really didn't have that much interest in doing the Green Lantern movie, specifically because I didn't know that much about it. And as I learned more and more about it, I really saw the appeal. I mean, there's something to playing this guy who's he's a classic hero. I mean, he's a character that is this Han Solo, Chuck Yeager type, and who wouldn't want to play that? But then seeing their art department, I'm telling you, if you could ever go through an art department of any movie, this one is the one to see. I mean, we have all the Lord of the Rings people in there, and they're creating this world, and that's what sold me. I mean, just seeing the planet Oa for the first time and what it would look like on screen was breathtaking. I mean, I was begging to do the movie after that.
This whole girl cast, and the interesting thing is that they all had to do physical training just like the guys in 300. But the interesting thing is, they bonded in sort of a different way, than I would imagine. When they suffered together, they just got they got locked into a crazy family. So it's been good fun.
Inexplicable relish that he takes in starting a fire and listening to the screams.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Loki.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I didn't know. I don't.
That's all right.
Like keeping it low key, like. Or like we're chilling, or.
Yeah, we're
That's
chilling.
The name of your, is that the name of your?
The name of my character is Loki. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But we're keeping it low key as well.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That makes sense then.
All right. Thanks, man.
Sorry.
That's hysterical.